Okay, y'all, in today's video, I am building a castle and becoming queen. Because the new map has dropped, and obviously I want total power over it. And the question is, will I be a good or a bad queen?
Tell me I look just like you in the mirror. Well, they lied.
No, I'm joking, guys. I will be good most of the time. But if peasants dare enter this castle, they're getting sniped. Now, this is going to be part one of a two-part video. Because this castle is going to be so grand, the whole exterior is going to take me a whole video to do today. And if you guys want part two, just let me know in the comments. Spam part two, abuse me if you want. But once I'm queen, the abuse will stop. So cue the royal trumpets and tell the guards to open up the gate. Now, I don't know if you could tell from my very posh accent, but I am from England. And so I'm going to be basing my castle off of Windsor. So if you don't know what Windsor Castle looks like, I'll pop some videos on screen. It's one of the official residences of the king, who I will be dethroning. Wait, can I say that? Imagine I just got arrested for treason. Disclaimer, I do not want to dethrone the real king of the United Kingdom. I just am talking about BLOXBURG. Look at how big this place is. But also, look at the entrance. How small are those people? They look like the Susan doll. But look at how grand this is. And then, from this angle. So we're not actually going to be starting the gates until around here. Or maybe even a little bit further back. Because I just want such a long, grand path. And we've got to plan this incredibly carefully. Because it looks very thin. You would think for a castle it'd be a bit bigger. But if we go and make these 4 thin, that means the whole castle is going to be 4 thin, and we do not want that. So I'm actually going to make them 6 blocks wide. I think that's a little bit more realistic. Actually, they need to be even bigger because then it goes in a bit. Oh my gosh. It's not easy being king. They tell you guys, they make it out like you get to wear pretty crowns all day, ruling a country or a BLOXBURG town for our matter. It's not easy. Now, if you're wondering how I became queen, I don't know.
I don't know.
King in the castle, king in the castle.
And the only way I will stop being queen and monarch of BLOXBURG is if I am dethroned, whether that is by Froggy Hops or another member of the BLOXBURG community. But I think 3 blocks wide for the main gate and 4 for the others. Now, this gate in real life has stood here for 1,000 years. It actually has. This castle was built by William the Conqueror, which is rather insane. The castle is a strange shape, to say the least. I'm going to make mine a little bit more symmetrical. So it's going to go along about 10 blocks wide. And I can just imagine this being a ballroom of some sort. And I can always tell when a video is going to need 2 parts, guys. I just know I'm going to go crazy. Oh my god, do not tell me I've made this uneven already. That's okay. I guess we can make it 9 blocks. All right. Oh. Why are there emojis on my screen? Also, what are my most recent emojis then? And I cannot describe how excited I am. I actually think it's my sleigh outfit. I literally look like I was born to rule. I will put you in my dungeon if you dare defy my rule. I think it's going to be easiest to build these up as we go, okay? Now, I actually think it's crazy how the royal family actually gets to live in this. I actually do love the royal family. I'm not one of those people who's like, abolish the monarchy. But I do feel so jealous that they get to live in this. Like, what do you mean? Now, I'm getting really fearful that this is really quite too big. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's just taking up the entire large plot. We've still got to fit a courtyard in this and all. Okay, so it looks like there's some fun gardens going off the south wing. I don't think we're going to be able to do that. So once you're in here, the courtyard can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks long. I think any longer, we're just not going to have any room left for actual buildings. And I also think it would look really cool having the back of the castle as symmetrical as the front.
Long live the queen!
And can you see where I'm going with this? I think this looks so cool. If you guys, for some reason, want to build this castle for yourself, this is the floor plan so far. I hope you can see everything clearly, because I used to hate on speed builds when they would not show you the proper layout. And now all that's left to do is raise it up.
You raise me up.
And there we have it, guys. The outline of our castle is here. This looks like, to be honest, it looks like a bunch of shapes right now. And oh my god, am I actually done? Why did I not colour the walls first? That is going to take so long to colour that. Do you know what? I cannot even be bothered to colour right now. We are moving on to phase 2, which is the roofs. The roofs of a castle are arguably the most important part Because some of them, we don't even actually need physical roofs. We just need turrets. So we have many turrets to choose from. I don't know why they're called Merlon fences. Like, who is Merlon? He sounds kind of cute. And I actually think the cobblestone might be our best bet here. What is stopping me from having a little bit of old cobblestone with a little bit of new irregular cobblestone? I'll tell you what, a whole lot of nothing. Nothing is stopping me. And obviously those turrets, as nice as they look, are not actual physical roofs. Oh, look at me bugging. The actual physical roofs are going to be going on these corner ones. Please, please, please. Oh, is that what Windsor had? Oh, Windsor doesn't have many turrets, actually. Windsor actually has, like, these, which maybe is extended out a little bit. Oh, that is so much more castle-esque. I'm adding out all of them, mate. That looks slay. Wow. That is already looking so much more impressive. It's crazy what just a little bit of roofing can do. So, shall I tell you a little bit more about Windsor Castle? Now, unfortunately, although I do love telling people about history, Windsor Castle is probably the royal residence I know the least about. I've visited Buckingham Palace before. I visited Kensington Palace. And I've also visited Hampton Court Palace, which is where Henry VIII lived.
I'm Henry VIII, I had 6 sorry wives.
And by far, my favorite was Hampton Court Palace. I'll pop on a couple more pictures. Now, how I think it could be cool to do the roofs is like alternate them. So you see on the brick ones like this, we can have cobblestone. And then on the cobblestone ones, we can have brick, if that makes any sense.
That does make no sense.
And now it was just a colouring game. And with that, the colour is now in. I feel like it's taking yonks to do each individual stage. But what do you expect with a pot that is literally this big? How much better does it look with the colors? It's almost giving me like the end dimension from Minecraft, because this looks purple. I don't know how to get it not be purple. I think it's just the new lighting gives everything a little bit of a tint. So it's now time for doors, windows, wall trims, the whole slap bang wallop. Now I fancy doing something a little bit more involved. So we're gonna go for the entrance right away. And this is of course going to consist of a structural, one of my favorite ones to be precise, which is this one, the plain archway.
So we're going to literally make this as equals as we possibly can.
Obviously we can't just have Rick walking in here. So we're going to have to use some sort of like bars, and I didn't want to use the titanium bars, but honey, I don't think we got a choice in the matter. And also this is like the only way I can think of to add like a working gate. But at least now we've got those wall trims in, and the windows, we are undoubtedly going to have to use these arched ones, which do look absolutely supreme. Now the only thing about these ones is that they do not come with like another variant. Do you know what I mean? Like I would love to add the factory ones underneath, but they look so different. Or do they? Oh, I actually think that could look all right, to be honest with you. You've just got to excuse this wall here. Now, these definitely need a little bit of like amenities added to them. And when I say amenities, I'm trying to sound all posh, guys. I've got to be the queen. So how am I meant to sound other than incredibly posh? But that looks so much better. And then if we could resize this like literally one smidge out. Windsor Castle, here I come. We could technically have them going from the ground, but I don't actually like that, of course. Well, so instead, we're going to have them just as wide. Don't worry, they'll be on the same diet. Can basically completely change the way a build looks. I am in awe of this. And what do you mean? Not enough space. That's what I flipping thought. Obey your queen. And wow, guys, even just adding those ones in has literally transformed this. Now, for these ones, they're a little bit different. We do have a bit of fun action like that, but then we have to resort to like thin, like really thin ones. Now, the other reason I'm building this is because in like any TV shows, I've always found I love kings and queens the most.
Prove the commander, Windsor! I have a hurricane in me that will strip Spain bare if you dare to try me!
I don't know why, just whoever's the most powerful, I've always found the most interesting. But imagine rolling up to this gaff. So now we just need to work out what to do on these fatties. They are gargantuous. And yeah, we could do a similar thing, but I don't want it to look too samey-samerson. And it's now time, if we swoosh back over, do you remember this massively long walkway with trees? The royals absolutely love this. They love a grand, impressive walkway. And also, as I'm sure you've obviously all probably seen, we can now interconnect carpets. Well, if I do it properly. And so what trees do we use? I'm thinking the new ones that they added. Well, they're kind of newish. The leafy trees, just literally lining the entire street leading up to it. And I actually think that does look a little bit nicer. But in a way, let's try it. What I'm thinking of doing is adding in a massive basement all along the front. And this is one of the oldest tricks in the Reese's handbook. So if you are an ultimate sub, I bet you know what I'm doing here, don't you? Now, I know this is a little bit of an expensive way of doing it. Sometimes you just gotta forget about the price tag. Now, also proceed with care because you wanna make sure that your trees are like facing the right way. And then obviously you can delete like all the basic shapes. Next up, it's time for the moat. Windsor missed a trick there, not adding a moat, didn't it? And I am very scared for this because of the price. But wait, how much did that even cost? I didn't even see. And I think that has improved this by tenfold. It's definitely not like somebody can just go literally walk across this. But anyway, guys. I think we can now go and do the actual main entrance. Obviously, I'll add the other windows in a minute. I'll speed all that nonsense up. So, of course, we're going to be using the medieval portcullis. I love saying medieval all properly. That was so easy to do the doors. Now, the real Windsor Castle has multiple entrances and exits. Oh, crap, sticks. I forgot that was a carpet. It looks so neat and perfect.
12 seconds later.
Why is this uneven? Are you having an actual laugh? I have to delete all of this. Oh my God, God knows how much uneven this is now. And I actually think that may have been a slight overreaction there. And my watch is telling me to stand. God, was that heart attack of thinking I've done everything wrong? Not enough exercise. I've only got 7 hours so far down. He's got 10. Right, I'm running.
Running.
I'm actually gonna wet myself, guys. But I ain't got time to go to the toilet. I've got a castle to build. Those of you guys also who ask if I'm like this crazy in real life, I actually am. But yeah, I am pretty much exactly like this even in real life. The only thing I want to change right now is making it grass. Only I would put myself through so much torture to add a line. And why does BLOXBURG have such a problem with oval-shaped rooms? What do you have against ovaries? I mean, so I was originally planning on adding little bits for ladders, but I don't actually want space for ladders because obviously this is going to be like a 3-story high ballroom or something. Like we do not want that being wrecked by ladders and all this FBI looking nonsense. So instead what we're doing is these here are going to be known as the protection towers, and they are going to have passages leading along every single like bit of masonry. Is that the word? So this is sort of the main bulk of the castle. It's so messy inside. Why am I such a messy builder? We're gonna have it in literally a H shape. So I guess we can have a room, and then I'm actually gonna make this like a balcony of some kind. Over the moat, yes! And this is maybe where we can make our speeches. So everybody can wait here, and then we'll make our speeches off the back of the castle, because that's good. Then they can't even breach our property lines. Like the actual house itself, I'm thinking we can have a couple of tiny bedrooms here, maybe staff bedrooms, and then maybe these can be like stately rooms. That is definitely not going to be my room. As queen, the monarch, I need a gargantuous room. Like, now for the downstairs layout, I obviously have absolutely no idea how I'm going to do this. So I think these bottom floors are perfect for kitchens and basically like the preparation to the big balls, like where all the food can be. It's now time for the final few items. And of course, any decorations we want in here, which I might actually start with, has like barrels and old stands around it. And now it's time for the flag. And if you are curious, this is the new and improved decal, and it is code. It's maybe all squished, but honestly, I'd rather be a skinny legend. I cannot tell if this is just trolling me or not. How is that outside plot bound? Do you know what? Bin off with that then. We'll just have to pop it on the 4 ones. Because BLOXBURG doesn't seem to like me promoting my queenness. And I'm so sorry, my royal subjects. My camera just cut out there. But all I was basically doing anyway was adding in the windows. And oh my god, the cinematic shots you could get. I feel like somebody might want to use this for a movie one day. But anyway, although I am stood next to trash bags, there is one last thing I want to add. The dungeons. So for now, we're just gonna have the dungeon entrances here. Anyway, I'm gonna use fire here. Most of the castle is gonna be much more modernized. But yeah, in the dungeon, I think it's acceptable to have torches. Now, back in the day, you did not get anything. I'm gonna give them a bed just for like roleplay sakes. They can at least get their moods up. But you get nothing else. You're not getting even a toilet like I might normally do. Okie dokie, guys, here I stand outside of my castle, which name is still to be determined. And how dare you step foot on my land? How dare you, stinky peasant, enter the Queen's castle? What did I say at the beginning, guys? The snipers are on the roof. I'm sorry, Your Highness. Highness, it is Your Majesty. Come with me, come with me. I'm so sorry, guys. We're gonna have to halt the tour in peasants, or I will kill you. And there we go, guys. My prisoners. I like that I've got a G-Wagon now. That's suiting my style. Damn. As we walk through the pathway, I might eventually change these trees, but they don't actually look that uneven. The only uneven part is I forgot to put a pool here. But as we make our way in through the gates properly this time, this feels like it could be the start of a movie. How did you get out? But doesn't this feel like the coronation theme from a 1500s movie? Now, here is the gardens. There's not too much to see. And then in the main area, I added some lights just so that you can really understand the size of it. This is the entry hall, guys. This is the size of most people's mega mansions. If we just go across the way, this could be considered a mansion. It's a very, very good one as well. But look, that is literally the size of this entryway. And finally, the balcony where I can make my ultimate speeches. So there we have it, guys. I do hope you enjoyed part 1. As I said, make sure to like and subscribe if you want part 2, because I'm only going to do it if you guys want it. And I'll see you all once I have been crowned queen.